Let me explain real quick, some of the differences between a will and a living trust. First of all, a will is a simple document to create. It is a document from you that says, here's where I would like my assets to go. But it doesn't mean that's where they're going to go. Okay? A will is a public document. This is really creepy. This is genuinely creepy, okay? There are people, you've heard about this before, the people that go pick up the newspaper every day and read the obituaries, okay? And they will go then and see, they can tell by the obituary, pretty good idea if this person had any money or stuff like that. They can then go down to the county building or city building and get a copy of their will. It's a public document. It's a public document. And you know what? They've even made it easier than that now. You can access anybody's will online from the comfort of your home, in your pajamas. You can go and check out people's wills after they die. You don't even have to go down to the courthouse anymore to do it. That's scary. That's freaky. When Junior Seau died, I was shocked when I heard a news article, a report that said on the Friday after he died that his family was getting together for the reading of his will. That meant anybody that wanted to could go to the reading of that will because it's a public document, okay? And that's money in the bank for the bad guys. That's money in the bank for the bad guys because they can use that in a number of different ways. The FBI is aggressively investigating and pursuing some cases where people read obituaries, even go to funerals, and will, at that funeral, confront the survivor and say, your husband, your wife had a $100,000 debt with me, and that's got to be paid off right away. These people are in a panic. They don't know what's going on. So these things are very, very dangerous. A living trust, on the other hand, is a private document, an absolutely private document, and it's implemented. The other thing about a will is it has to go through probate. Okay, probate is a very expensive process. And it can be a very drawn-out process if there is anybody that challenges the will. It can really take a long, long time to get done. And it's based upon, this is the rub right now. Before it wasn't a big deal, but it is right now with real estate the way it is. Let's say that there's a house in this that's part of this estate, and it's going through probate with a will. The probate cost will be based upon not what the house is worth, but what the stated value of that house is worth. So let's say it's worth $300,000 today, but you only have $200,000 or $150,000 in equity in the home. Okay, it's not going to be based on that equity. It's going to be based on the market value of the home, which means that you're going to have to pay a lot more money than the estate may have, which means that the house may have to be sold right away. There's all kinds of real complications involved with this stuff. So you want to be aware of that. With a living trust, the assets are distributed immediately, privately. There's no public disclosure of anything that's going on there. A living trust, depending on how you want to do it, and how complicated your situation is, can be very simple. There are websites for creating a living trust, like LegalZoom. You've heard of LegalZoom.com. I'm not recommending it, but there are others like that. It's like doing your taxes with TurboTax. I mean, it's the same thing. It's a question and answer prompt through the thing. Very easy, very simple, very inexpensive to do. Nolo Press, which is a publishing company that puts out self-help legal books, has a great book with a software program on creating a living trust or creating a will. Or you can go to attorneys. There are attorneys out there that can help you with that. I would suggest you contact the Bar Association and tell them you were thinking about getting an estate plan drawn up with a living trust. They will give you the name of 3 attorneys who specialize in that area who will counsel you at no cost. And then if you want to pursue working with them, they'll explain what their fees are on stuff like that. So do it now. It's a simple thing to do. Talk to your parents, talk to your grandparents about this as well. The horror stories I hear all the time about families that don't plan ahead for distribution of assets are terrible, and it rips families apart. You all probably have either experienced it or know others that have experienced. I don't mean to be gloomy about all this stuff, but I just think it's really kind of important to try to deal with these situations. They're really important.